In 1989, a blues scene was emerging in Williamsport, brought on by the converging efforts of a few local blues and roots music fans who were inspired by the art form and who were driven to find a way to be a part of it and share it with others. At the same time, local blues fans Charlie Lockard and Bonnie Tallman were just returning from Memphis, Tennessee, where they had attended workshops held by the then fledgling Blues Foundation. The workshops were all about how to keep the blues alive. At that time, the Blues Foundation was just casting its net far and wide, teaching interested blues fans how to get blues music played on the radio, how to create their own festival, and how to start a nonprofit to organize it. Bonnie and Charlie took notes and returned with a mission. Step 1. Getting blues music played on the radio. After knocking on every radio station door they could find in multiple counties and finding zero interest in programming blues music, they were about to give up when up pops a new Williamsport radio station, Eagle 108. New and wanting to be different, Eagle 108 started incorporating block programming or all-day variety programming years before its time. They were looking for something different to add to their varied format structure, and the blues sounded like a good idea. The radio show, Good Time Charlie's Got the Blues, was soon born. Bringing the blues to local radio listeners every night for 2 hours, step 1 was complete. Step 2, organize a festival. As 1990 came rolling and tumbling, blues music was really making waves in the greater Williamsport area. The phones began ringing off the hook with local businesses wanting to advertise and get involved. That May, the pieces came together when 6 local blues aficionados, inspired by the support of the community and ready to take the next step. That day, each placed $50 on the table in a booth at Franco's to serve as a starting fund for the area's first blues festival. Those 6, including Chris Bastress, Penny Austin, Fred Daniele, Doug McMinn, Charlie Lockard, and Bonnie Tallman, soon began making plans for a celebration of the blues. Less than a month later, a blues festival was the talk of the town, and soon local county commissioner Paul Glunk offered his personal property along the Susquehanna as a location of what would soon be known as the Billtown Blues Festival. The time for step 3 of the initial Blues Foundation plan was at hand. With 3 successful events in the books, it was time to take on the mission to not only present a fun event, but to begin to actually celebrate and focus on the worldwide effort to honor and preserve American blues music. In 1993, the Billtown Blues Association, or BBA as it is commonly called, was incorporated as a nonprofit organization, and the festival officially and confidently began to be billed as an annual event. At the same time, the new Billtown Blues Association was facing serious issues. No parking, unattended kids jumping in the river, and fans sitting under huge trees. With all the rain and storms, they were natural lightning rods. The festival would need to move. After a long search, the Lycoming County Fairgrounds in nearby Hughesville seemed the answer of all the BBA's needs. Everyone hated leaving the beautiful and intimate private property, and most of all the gracious hospitality of Paul Glunk and his family, but it was time. After 29 years of great work, the Billtown Blues Association of today faces what is possibly its greatest challenge. Our primary audience of baby boomers is aging, and young people are not currently filling the gap. The festival format the BBA has been presenting for 29 years is no longer bringing in the crowds, and the festival's organizers are aging. At the same time, there are many more festivals competing for the audience's attention. This is a make or break moment for the organization. As 2019 approaches and the BBA turns 30, what do? Do we hang up our skates with a sense of pride and accomplishment? Or do we take on all the challenges of finding a new way to continue the work of keeping the blues alive and begin a new era of the Billtown Blues Festival? After months of intense discussion, weighing massive pros and cons, collectively and united, our small core group of 10 members have decided that we must make an effort to continue on. It will not be an easy effort, but it will be our intent to make the Billtown Blues Festival a festival experience with the purpose of attracting new faces, new ears, and new volunteers, all while expanding our purpose and our mission to preserve, protect, and perpetuate the blues art form. To accomplish this, we will expand the festival to 3 days, starting at approximately 6 p.m. on Friday, June 14th, and concluding at approximately 6 p.m. on Sunday, June 16th. We will provide provisions for overnight camper and RV camping, as well as car camping for patrons who wish to make a weekend out of their blues music experience. Year 30 is not the end of a long and successful run for the BBA, but a new beginning. With this massive undertaking, we will need your help, especially those who have been long-time loyal members. We will need a lot more volunteers, and we'll be looking for as many of you as possible to help and to help spread the word. The BBA must reach out to our younger generations, both as audience members and as volunteers. After all, they are the future and the great hope for blues music. We need you to take advantage, if possible, of early ticket sale opportunities so that we can get an idea of how many of our limited number of campsites are available as the date gets closer. Most importantly, we need you to spread the word far and wide. You are all ambassadors of both the blues and the BBA, and you and your experiences are our best marketing. Be sure to stay connected to the BBA by visiting our brand new website and social media pages often for all details, ticket ordering information, lineup announcements, and answers to any questions you may have. Welcome to the new beginning of the Billtown Blues Association.